Well, this week, SME On Point features a small business in the energy sector on the back of the Africa Energy Indaba. Green Share Energy has conceptualized a technology that will incentivize the consumer while selling power back to the grid. Liabo Setho put this insert together with Herbert Memela.
Desmond Williams' interest in renewable energy was piqued in 2008 while traveling. This is when he realized that LEDs were gaining popularity. When he arrived home, the power utility announced that it would increase electricity prices. He then knew that something had to be done.
So I was like, okay, here's an opportunity. So I started selling lights and it just grew legs from there. And one of the things I like to speak about is that if you look at where electricity was founded or where it began and how it grew, so wherever there was electricity, human growth and human life improved, right? So where it concerns me is we don't have enough power. If you look at a map of Africa at night, or a map of South Africa in particular, you'll see that there's a lot of places that are not lit at all compared to the rest of the world. So my concern is that we're not improving it or we're not prioritizing it enough. If we just focused for 5 or 6 years like other countries on just energy, it would change everybody's lives and it would improve all of our lives.
Williams' company has invented new technology which manages solar power while generating revenue for the user.
In the simplest terms, Green Share is a technology that manages your renewable energy and allows us to sell it back into the grid for you. So if you've got a solar system at home, we can buy that power from you, sell it to Eskom, and you make yourself $2,000 at the end of the month.
He says the interest in his invention has gained a lot of interest from industry stakeholders, but is concerned with the hurdle that is regulatory red tape, which is holding him back from taking the product to market on a large scale.
Yeah, it's really slowing the business down, but thank goodness to companies like the Innovation Hub, where they're assisting us with some grant funding. But it's really impacting us because we feel like we would have employed so many other people. We feel like we could have assisted with the energy crisis. Yeah, we feel like our solution is it's fit for the time right now.
Williams is confident that his invention will be a game changer in the renewable energy space, but he's also realistic about the challenges this industry faces.
The energy sector is quite broad, but if you're looking to get into project development, which is what I do, yeah, it's not easier. So your sales cycles are anything between 3 and 5 years to close a deal, but you see monumental shift in your company size and growth. But you can start out slow. So if people want to get into the energy sector, what I'd recommend is maybe you start out with a single technology, maybe selling lights or selling geysers, and then you slowly start to grow and understand the entire ecosystem.
And as the world moves towards a just transition, Williams says now is a good time to get into the renewable energy space.
It's good for the environment. It's greener. It's more economic. But I think now the bigger hype is that the prices have dropped. They're competing with coal right now, whereas before coal was like 30 cents and PV was like maybe R2 per kilowatt hour. Now we've crossed parity, meaning that they're all going in separate directions economically. So renewables are competing with coal. They're cheaper than coal now. It makes sense. However, there's a misconception that because it's cheaper, it means that we can choose one over the other, which we can't. They need to coexist. You need a healthy energy mix in order for it to work. Yeah, just because of when solar can produce, when wind can produce, when coal can produce, I think there's a place for all of it.
Liabo Setho, SABC News, Cape Town.